And as you know, I'm a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we typically use viral stories to turn them into teachable moments for your life. So it's never about the people in the story, but really more about you, right? And today, I want to talk about the real math of dating men below your bracket that the broke don't understand and the rich won't admit. And so we're going to jump into that. I want to make sure that I get the link out to everybody. So let me just pull that link from YouTube, and then we will go from there. I appreciate all of you coming in and being here. Pull up a seat. Let me get the comments on the screen so that you all will have something to look at while I am getting this link together, and then we're going to go live on all of the other platforms. I learned how to do it so that we could get live on YouTube, get the link, and then send out the other ones. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. All right. So yes, we are back, and I'm about to get the link out to the text notification squad. This is not the right link. I need to refresh and get the right link. So I hope everyone is doing well. You all love the lip color. Yes, this is one of the colors in the red lipstick pack that is coming soon. Let's get this here. Oh, goodness me. All right, I got the link. Let's send this out to the text notification squad. Give me just one moment. I hope everybody is doing well this beautiful Sunday. I wanted to make sure that I did specifically wish you all a happy Mother's Day in the last video, but give me just one moment here. Oh, my stomach is really acting up. Let me get this, and then let me get the subject from YouTube. What is my thing? Here it is. Here it is right here. I need to change that and get this. Control Alt, copy, save. Let us get from there to the text notification squad. Paste the title and then type in hashtag TKO text squad. Then let's send this out. Send. And then let me send out a message on Telegram. Welcome. Oh, Sepang saw the video of me in the hot springs. Was that 13 years ago? Ooh, time sure does fly. All right, so the message just went out. Here, let's go ahead and send it live again. Let me press the send, and let me just go to the live alerts and do live again. And forgive me for not having everything all set up. I am traveling. I'm still on vacation. And that's actually one of the things that we're going to be talking about in today's video. So go ahead and cue the round of applause. You can start clapping at home. Yay! TKO, yay! And then we're going to go live on all of these platforms. Let me fix the extra thing at the end of this. Go to next. And then we're going to go live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, you know, we are live on YouTube. All right. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome. As you know, I am your host, Tonya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I hope you learned how to love yourselves and one another. I just got a note that my battery is running at 15%, and then I'm going to have to plug that in very soon. But I hope I'm a self-love specialist. I hope you learned how to love yourselves and one another. We use viral topics on this channel to help teach you self-love lessons that are applicable to your own life. Last week, we were talking about Ebony, or was it maybe it was earlier this week, we were talking about Ebony K. Williams and that whole situation with Iyanla Van Zant. For those of you who don't know, let me share a screen with you all real quick. Ah, Savinia, unulisa mama. Oh, ah. All right, here. So we're gonna get this up on the screen. Let me make this larger for you. Give me 1 second. I don't think it's showing just yet. Give me 1 second. Let us welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So let us get this here. Let us show this. It's not showing. Hold on. Let me make this smaller, and then it should show. What am I looking at? Is this me live right now? Okay. This shouldn't be on here. All right, there we go. That's better. That's better. So let me put this here. I'm still getting used to this setup. Okay, perfect. So this is the Ebony video, so that you can see who it is that we're talking about.
Today's
right?
sidebar starts with.
So this is Ebony K. Williams. Can you all see this up above? Can you see that? All right. So this is Ebony K. Williams. Let me know whether or not you can hear this. You should be able to hear
The
this.
culture for making my
Can you hear it? Let me know if you can or can't.
One of the most
Right.
top actively engaged content offerings the Griot has produced.
Let me know. So if you can hear that, go ahead. I want to see you put up the number 1. If you can't hear it, put up the 0. Right? Because I wanted to do the math for you all, because Ebony, Iyanla, there's a lot to be talking about in this video. So, and there's so many different components of it, right? All right, so you all can hear her. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so here, let's get to this.
Let's address the response to the.
Where is... All right. So I want you all to just take a look at the side by side. For those of you who are not aware of this, I did a video on this and I played the entire audio for you all. Well, the entire audio that went viral, right? And so I want you all, because people are saying that Ebony K is not a preference, right? And as you see, her phenotype looks more like the preferred phenotype that Black men seem to gravitate towards, and that the data says that they gravitate towards, that they gravitate more towards. Oh, when it comes to settling down, if you look up, we showed the data, how Black men marry lighter complected women at rates exponentially greater than those of darker complected women, and that your chances of getting married to a Black man decrease exponentially the darker you get down the complexion spectrum, right? And I want you to just take a look at who looks more Negroid. Now, people are saying Ebony K is not a preference. She doesn't know who her father is. From what it is that I read, she didn't know who her father was. She calls herself a Black woman. We see that her mother is Black. Well, we don't know the race of her father. Nobody here does. If there's somebody who does, please post it. But we can see her nose is more narrow. Her face, to me, she looks like she could be mixed with some sort of Indian or something like that. If you all saw her speaking Spanish, nobody would say anything. It would not be peculiar. Basically, she said that she wouldn't date a bus driver unless he owned the bus. Iyanla decided to come out and talk about how, let me see if I play a little bit of this.
Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus,
see, that's a problem. That's a problem.
And so she's talking about how that's a problem, et cetera, et cetera. Let's get this off of the screen. And let me just, this is what I wanted to talk with you all about. I wanted to talk with you all about the math. And we're going to jump into the math real quick. All right. So you all can see my paper right here, right? Can you see that? All right. It says live. Oh, let me plug in my thing real quick before this dies, and then we're really in a pickle. Give me 1 second. Let me just plug this in. Okay. All right, perfect. All right. Ebony K. K. Williams is a multimillionaire. There are people who are trying to dig up that her law degree was suspended, that she doesn't own businesses or whatnot. It doesn't matter. There is, first of all, she's a multimillionaire. That's number one. Number two, there is a being more closely aligned with European phenotype. There is a currency in that for many Black men, right? She's a multimillionaire. Now, when we talk about dating a person below your bracket, dating a man below your bracket, what does that look like? Because I have done this before, and I'm speaking from experience because these are the things that broke people won't tell you. I'm sorry, that broke people don't understand, and the rich won't tell you because they're trying to be nice, right? I want you to venture with me. I want you to, let's say there is a woman. Should we do, let's make it more, feasible. Let's do 200, let's do $200,000 and $50,000, because many of us out there, we can reach the going into millionaire status. We may not understand what that's like, but let's just go to $200,000, right? Let's do 200,000 and 50,000, right? So let's say the woman earns 200K, right? Follow me, right? And the man earns 50K, right? Where are you all going to live, right? If you all are splitting things 50-50 and he's the man and, he wants to feel like the leader and all of that, where are you going to live, right? Where are you going to live? I'm going to take the comments off the screen real quick so that we can concentrate just on the math, because I see that you all are talking. So that's cool. If you want to send me a message that comes through, send it through on the Cash App and I'll check that in a moment, right? She's making 200K, he's making 50K. Where are you all going to live? If you all are splitting the bills 50-50, right? Then that means that her half plus his half are going to come together to choose a place to live. His half is 25K. And you know what? This is just for numbers' sake, because if this man is making 50K, he has other expenses. But let's just split it down the middle. His half is going to be 25K, right? Her half is going to be 100K. Now, if you all are going to rent, right, the type of apartment that you can get for $25,000 is going to be a lot different than the type of apartment that you can get for $100,000. If you all are going to buy, the type of house that you can buy. And so this is the thing. This is the part that I want you all to understand. Hear me, and hear me very well, right? When a woman earns significantly more than a man, she has two options, right? Either she live within her means, right? I'm sorry, excuse me. Either she live within his means, right? Or she's going to foot the bill. She's going to end up footing the bill for everything, right? Because if you think about where it is that you're going to be able to live, let's say she wants to, be feminine and defer to his authority and leadership, right? And she's like, okay, let's stay in a place that you can afford, right? What happens, right? And if you also, some of you are asking for the Cash App link, the link is in the description. It's $Tonya TKO, just like my name in the lower corner right here, $Tonya TKO, and you can send it through that way, right? So she's going to have to stay in a place that he can afford, and she is going to lose a lot of the comforts that she has come to know. Like, she is not going to be able to pull out her wallet and do the things that she needs to do. Otherwise, she is then going to be carrying him. And what does that do to a man for you to carry him financially? There are going to be several different types of men out there. Some men will like it because they'll want to rest in their own feminine and allow you to take care of everything. They'll rest back into you being in the mama zone. And what happens to you when you are put in the position of mama, right? So the type of place that he can afford after his car note, after child support if he has children, or any number of things, right? Any number of expenses that are coming out of his 50K salary. The type of place that he can afford is going to be a place in a non-gated community, non-gate, right? It's going to be a place that has rats, most likely, depending on the city. If you're in New York, if you have $25,000, right? Listen, I mean, let's be quite frank about it, right? Because you got to take groceries, clothes, um, travel back and forth. You got to take taxes, insurance. You got to take a lot of things out of the 50K. By the time he has to contribute to um, to the housing, it's really only 12,000. What type of place are you going to be able to stay in New York or LA for two people for $1,000 a month? There's going to be rats. There's going to be roaches, right? There's even going to be people with guns shooting at one another. There may be people who are on the porch or the stoop or outside selling narcotics. There's going to be narcotics, right? Either selling or people laying around with needles hanging out of their arm as you step over them to get to where it is that you want to get. This is the reality of it. And what I'm saying may be harsh, may be cruel, may be startling or jarring. Let me see what you all are saying. Let's see. Hold on. Let me scroll down and see what you all are saying. Miss Deep Throat says in New York City, 25K. Oh, look, I can put it on the screen. She says 25K. Oh gosh. Oh, somebody else came up. She says, get over the bus driver shit. Talk about something else. Your channel is very fucking whack and always trying to put Black women in such a low functioning. I don't know what your issue is, right? Let me see how I can respond to you without cursing you out. Because you know, it's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. You should be someplace hugging your mother. That's where you should be. You should be. Or hugging the women that you've impregnated and they've given birth to your children, right? If you think that my channel is fucking whack, what does that say about you that you're here? Imagine going to a concert and being like, this concert is fucking whack. Even if you got into the concert for free, what does it say about you that you're staying in the concert? That means that you are fucking whack. You're whacker than whack because you can see in your mind to acknowledge that you feel that something is whack, yet you are still there. This is what I'm saying. You are disempowered and you're not listening to what it is that I'm saying. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you get out of your rat-infested apartment. I'm trying to help you get out of the place that the roaches are falling from the ceiling into your doggone diggum smacks, and you can't tell the difference between the two, so you got to check and see if there's antennas floating in your milk. I'm trying to help you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you. So nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, let's continue to go forward, right? Let's continue to go forward. So you're going to be in a place with roaches in your diggum smacks, and you know, anybody who grew up in the hood knows and understands that fear because you have these brown things floating around in the water, and you don't know whether one of those, I'm sorry, floating around in the milk, and you don't know whether or not one of those brown things is a roach, and it's very distressing. So now Miss $200,000 a year is going to be in an environment where now she got roaches falling in her diggum smacks, right? she got things going on. People shooting out in the front of the doggone in the yard. People are shooting out. There's no gate. People are just coming. They're stealing your Amazon packages. There's a lot of things going on. Rats are lunging towards you. It's a frightening situation. So what does she do? What does she do? She then has to either live within his means, or she has to carry the both of you all, right? That's what's going to happen, right? So let's continue. let's continue going forward, because there are other questions that you need to ask and answer, right? What are you all going to eat? Can you see that? Let me get another piece of paper, because that one is the red is shining through, right? What are you all going to eat? There's this law in economics that talks about diminishing. For those of you who are economics people, tell me what the law is in the comments, right? When your capability of affording better goes up, your desire for inferior goods goes down. So a person who is earning $200,000 a year, right? A person who is earning $200,000 a year is eating organic, or they're doing a bunch of food deliveries, right? It's a different lifestyle, right? They're doing food deliveries. They're eating at restaurants that are nice, that are cute, beautiful restaurants, right? A person who was earning 50K, or who has 50K with 10,000 of disposable income, the things that are on their mind, the things that they can afford, especially in a city like New York, are going to be very different. Now at this point, you might be eating fast food as a necessity, not as a quote unquote treat, but eating fast food as a necessity because, hey, I need to save money. You're looking for ways to save. You're not getting organic foods. So what happens? What does she eat, right? Either she's buying groceries just for herself and you getting whatever it is that you need, but then when it's time to cook, who's cooking what? If he's going to be cooking non-organic foods, then what is she going to eat? So then that means that she's going to have to foot the bill for the groceries for the entire place. Let's move on and talk about leisure activities, right? Let's talk about leisure. What do you all do for leisure? Let's say you want to go on a trip. Where are you going to go? Traveling with $5,000 of disposable income for the entire year is a lot different than traveling with $150,000 of disposable income for the entire year. How do you all travel? Are you all going to have to stay in hostels? Are you staying at the Motel 6? How are you traveling? What type of tickets are you getting? Are you able to buy your tickets at the last minute? Do you have to buy your tickets way in advance? Do you have to get them on these discount websites with no flexibility for cancellation or change? Right? Let's say you want to go on a road trip. How do you go on a road trip at the last minute? Right? I also want to let me just say this real quick, right? Because I see a lot of people online who comment about, oh, if I only go out and I drink a lemonade and my friends order all of this food, I'm only paying for my lemonade. When I go out with my friends who have money, right? Whether I order a lemonade or a lobster, well, I'm not eating lobster, but you get the point, right? We put our cards down at the end and we split it, because there's a value in even being out with your friends. These are not conversations that people in lower brackets have. People in lower brackets are like, let's get separate checks, let's do this, let's that, and it's a much different experience. I just wanted to just put that out there, right? Let me just continue going forward, right? Children. Who's going to have children? If her 200K, right? If the family lifestyle is dependent on the 200K, she cannot stop working to have children. Ebony and Iyanla are in very different categories in terms of position in life as a woman, right? Let's just say that, right? And Miss Deep Throat says, if I only ordered one lemonade, I'm paying for one lemonade. Who would begrudge her for that? No one would begrudge you, but this is what I'm saying. People just move different in different brackets. That's the bracket that you're in. You're in the bracket that's like, I'm out with my friends. I'm going to get people with money. It's a different environment. It's just a different environment. Go ahead, right? Go ahead and talk about your one lemonade. And I'm just telling you, it's different. And this is what I'm saying. Many people can't grasp what it is that's going on and what it is that I'm saying, right? So if the family unit is dependent on her making 200,000, then what are they going to do? Are they going to downgrade into what it is that he can afford with the roaches, the rats, the drug addicts, the shootouts, the all of that, right? The children, where are the children going to go to school? What type of schooling are the children going to have? You know that there are children's, listen, do you know that there's tuition for 5-year-olds that's $25,000 a year? Did you all know that? If you knew that, put up the number 2. If you had no idea, put up a 0. I want to see. I want to see. Let me put the chat up on the screen. Did you know that there are pre-kindergartens, that there are children's programs that are $25,000 a year? Okay. So Perry did not know that. Danielle did not know. There are people who do know. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's a different ball game, right? It's a different ball game when you're in a different bracket, right? There are people who are sending their 5-year-olds to school with tuition that costs tens of thousands of dollars. I first learned about this many years ago. And you know what? They'll give tuition help, to increase diversity or whatnot. But if you're not going to be one of the chosen for that tuition help, see, because your children, where they go to school and who they rub elbows with, who you're in the PTA with matters. Are you going to parent teachers night with people who are cursing out your teachers and talking about whooping their ass? Or are you going to parent teacher night with people who are talking about getting their child tutors to make sure that they are able to stay up with the tests? Is there a trajectory for your child to get out of, to increase, right? If there's no trajectory, then what are you doing? Where are you going? So look, where are they going to go to school? What are you going to do for vacations? If you want to go to, name any place, Greece, like there's different types of vacations. Some people are going to vacation in the Maldives, staying inside of huts that are over or inside the water. Some people are going on vacation to Las Vegas. Some people are going on vacation to Atlantic City. Some people are taking a bus to vacation and having to scrape and scrounge every penny. Are you going to the spa or the sauna or participating in these types of things on vacation? Or are you just going to try to go to a casino to roll some dice, hoping to win some money? What about insurance? Luxury items. Let's say you want to get a nice purse or it's a Christmas time. What does it look like with the gift coming from him versus the gift going towards him? Let's say you're on vacation and you want to do a helicopter ride, or you want to do indoor skydiving or dance lessons that cost $50 a person. What type of lifestyle are you going to be able to have? How are things going to go down in this relationship, right? GSD is talking about the dermatologist. That's another thing. Insurance, dental hygiene, going to the doctor, getting time off from work to go to the doctor. It's a different life. And if you're a woman who is dating a man below your tax bracket, when you want to go out to dinner, it's like either you're getting, corner store slice of pizza, which he can afford, or you're getting oven baked pizza or oven fired pizza with fresh basil and fresh mozzarella. Are you able to go to Italy? Are you able to do any of these things? And then what does it do to him as a man to not be able to do those things? I told you all about this guy who oh, Sabrine says, when I made more money than my husband, it was chaos and jealousy. He wanted to know how much I was making, and I was always trying to hide the amount. He became very vengeful. I hope you were able to get out of that relationship, because that doesn't sound well at all. All right, I just put up the QR code for the Cash App in case you all want to send a message through, which is read on air. Let me check the apples right now and see. My only point in bringing this up is that there's a different lifestyle that exists. There's a different lifestyle that exists. There's a different lifestyle that exists. I'm sorry, I just got a super apple in, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this without my music and without my rain in the hearts and all of that. We'll read it, and then we'll go from there. But there's a different lifestyle that exists. There's a different energy which you are able to either rest or have to work from, right? And as a woman, if you are significantly out earning your man, either you have to pay for everything, or you have to try to live within his means, which really significantly cuts down on the comforts that you are able to afford as a woman. It cuts down on the things that you're able to do. Like this one young lady was talking about how she had to hide the amount of money that she earns. And if you do tell your partner the amount of money that you fully, truly do earn, what does that do to your partner? If your partner is not on an entrepreneurial track, how do they get out of the rat race? And that's one of the questions. Monty says, you are right. Had a guy tell me all my self-care was wasteful since he couldn't afford it. And then that's another thing. Getting the facials and doing the things that you need to do, getting the pedicures and the massages and the chiropractor and the stem cell regenerative injections for your knees, elbows, back, or whatnot. What is the lifestyle like? Are you able to, as a woman, feel treated? Can you be treated in this relationship? Or are you having to lower, shrink, and just kind of crouch yourself down to fit into a life that he can afford? And if you are still of childbearing age and want to have children, what does that look like for your union and your partnership? So somebody is saying vacationing is dumb. What's the point? I went places without him. Babe, I don't know. Whatever is going on in your life, whatever you think is dumb, that's how you want to do it. Do whatever it is that you feel, right? The man can make less than me as long as there is no complex about it. He contributes and I can be me. Right. So you know what? And I'm glad that you brought that up, because there's a lot of people who are trying to pretend as if it doesn't make a difference. So you are all right with paying the bulk of the housing expenses, the outings, the vacations, the schooling for the children, the food, you're okay with paying the bulk of that and living within your means and him coming along for the ride. The gifts and the luxury items and the gifts that you get for Christmas, the type of gifts that you're getting him versus the paper plane that he's gluing together for you. Okay, maybe I don't have to be that way. Maybe I don't have to be that way. All right, so let me read the apples real quick. JJ sends $10. If you can see that. JJ sends $10 and says, welcome back. Great lesson today. Thank you. Let me get a heart up for you. And and Steve sends a super apple. So let me see if I can get my dance going. Waka 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 I miss my super apples. Super apples. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. All right, okay. All right, okay. All right, my bad. Okay. Steve says, I live in a one-bedroom apartment in California. My rent is $2,990 a month, right? Okay. Listen, Yolanda says, what's happening here? I have to, when I get a super apple, I usually do a dance and all of that. I don't really know what to do now that I'm on vacation. All right, so listen, there is a person who is, do not mention other vloggers on my channel, please. Miss Deep Throat is going to, is she on YouTube? Yeah. You're going to have to get put in a timeout. I don't want to have your comments not show up on the screen at all. So please do not mention other bloggers on my broadcast. Don't do it. Don't do it. Princess K says, depends on what you see as low bracket. Me, myself, I prefer to have my bills paid and extra for saving, travel, and vacation funds, right? I don't know what it is that we're talking about right now. It depends on you. Every woman is different. So everybody is going to be doing something different. And so if you have no issue with it, by all means, I'm doing this video so people can consider what the numbers are, right? What it truly means. What does it do to his ego? I told you all about the guy who was who came to my, he was I don't want to give too much information about him, but he came to my business loft when I had TKO skin, right? Somebody says they wanted to ask me a question, right? I don't see it. It went by too quickly, right? It went by too quickly. And so Kiki is saying, I wonder if I could be wrong. Men been taking care of women. Why can't women take care of men? And you know what? I'm glad that you said that. There was somebody who listen, let me just say this, right? Women and men just seem to be wired differently. Men seem to experience a sense of pride and manliness, knowing that they can take care of their family, knowing that they can protect their family, knowing that they can provide for their family, and they seem to take an extreme sense of pride in being able to do that. What happens when a man is not able to do that? Women seem to feel very nurtured being taken care of. Women seem to feel very cared for when they're taken care of. when they're treated, when their man is able to make sure that they are protected and provided for. What does it do to you as a woman to have to be the one carrying everyone, have to be the one carrying everything? Do you ever get a chance to rest? How does it make you feel? How does it, I don't know, how does it make you feel? If you are okay with taking care of a man, by all means, do that. If you feel invigorated as a woman, if you feel amazing and wonderful being able to do that, by all means, do that. I had a friend whose father left her when she was a little girl, right? Her father left her. And so she ended up looking for men who could not and would not and were not able to take care of her, right? She actually found a sense of relief. She found a sense of peace being with a man who couldn't go anywhere because he was broke. She found a sense of peace and relief in that until she didn't, until this man started choking her out and beating her with a broom and stuff like that, right? Because he didn't feel good about himself as a human being. I don't know. Every relationship is different. So you have to figure out what's right for you, your relationship, and how you all get down. Every man is different. Every woman is different, and everybody needs something different, right? And so Carolette says, I felt angry because it made my ex-husband lazy. That's the thing. There are men out there who are okay with a woman taking care of everything, and they feel okay resting in their feminine. They feel okay resting while the woman takes care of everything. To support this broadcast, you can scan the QR code. That'll take you right to the Cash App, and you can send that. I see two people scan the QR code. Shaisha just sent in $3 to support the broadcast. So thank you so much, Shaisha. I was telling you all about this guy who came to the TKO Skin Loft. And because, when I told him that I sold skincare products, I think he thought that I was, making them from my kitchen table and I don't know, going to my real job and just handing out little samples and hoping that people would buy. When he came to my TKO Skin production loft and he saw the stock shelves and the shipping area and the production area and my banners and posters and all of that stuff all around, right? I heard him say, I saw him and he was like looking around and he was like, wow. He was like, when you said you sold, I didn't know that. And he was like, I see that I have a lot of work to do. And he was like, I need to put my head down and do some work. And he left my loft that day and we did not speak again for many, 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 many years. I think he wrote to me on Facebook, but I'm not even sure if that was him. I think he said it was him, but I didn't have the patience and tolerance for the way he was speaking to me. I guess he had, I don't know. I guess he had made, I don't know if he made some money or whatever, but he wrote to me on Facebook and he was playing these games because he was like, don't you remember my name? Don't you remember me? And this, that, and the other. And I guess maybe he was using me as motivation and he remembered my name, but I did not remember his name. And he wrote to me and he was like, he had gotten on my nerves so much by not telling me who it is that he was. Like he went on with this for like a week. And by the time he did say who it was, I was so annoyed and disgusted with him that I didn't even really write back to him because I was just disgusted by the way he was behaving, right? And VN is saying, are we talking about men or males? If we're talking about men, then this would not even be a discussion. There's always a discussion argument whenever we are talking about males. Viennese, I just want you to just calm down and realize that a man is an adult human male. A man is a male. If we were talking about males, this wouldn't be a discussion because males in the animal kingdom do what it is that they need to do to be able to get their seeds sown into the womb or the sac or the whatever of the female that they're dealing with. When we start talking about men, that's when we start entering into a tricky category because human beings have the gift of being able to reason. And so this whole thing that people want to try to differentiate males as lower forms of men. A man is an adult human male. A boy is a child male. So just calm down. Just calm down. Ivana is saying men haven't always taken care of women, I saw her say. Men haven't always taken care of, oh, me. That's why I take care of myself. I'm not taking care of men unless they pay me. One of my certificates is CNA. I'm single and date. There's no need / desire of marriage for me. I own my home, car, career, so I personally have no desire for a committed relationship because there's nothing an American Black man can do for me. Ivana, is everything all right over there? My gosh. Oh my goodness. Listen, I hear you, girl. I hear you. Oh my goodness. Is there somebody that needs to be blocked? Super Moose says, men do most of the work. Women wouldn't survive without us. Well, let's see how many generations of men can survive without women. Let's see how many generations of men. See, because you can have a million men and one woman, and life cannot go on. You can have one man and a million women, and life can still continue. And you see, when we say that men do most of the work, listen, the rest of the work would just be done by women who are more masculine. That's the way it's going to go towards the person who is stronger. I mean, the persons who are going to do the physical labor are going to be the people in the society who are the strongest physically. And when in the absence of men, then the stronger women will do it. It's really that simple. It's like it's not that the work is going to is that we got Muffin back in the house, and Muffin thinks that he can change his name and that nobody will know that it's him. But each and every time, Muffin ends up getting himself blocked. And so sooner or later, this profile will be blocked too. And Perry says, definitely, the stronger women are doing it now. Not only that, not only that, oh, Ivana says, I'm okay. I'm sad. It's Mother's Day and my mama's no longer with me. I understand my mother has transitioned over into the spirit world as well. My mother is one of the ancestors now at this point, and the longer that goes on, the more time I would have been alive without her than actually had her. So I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. And Holler says men can barely survive capitalism. They are either unaliving themselves or getting passports. Well, you know, I got certified in suicide. I got certified in suicide prevention about a couple of weeks ago, right? And I learned that 80% of the people who unalive themselves are men. 80%. It's like 79 point, it's more than 79%. And it's like men are not making it. Men are going to have to create other reasons for living. You know what I mean? Other reasons for living. And yeah, let me see how long we've been on here. All right, we're going to talk for a few more moments, and then after that, I'm going to let you all go. Is there anything else, any other questions that you had about my diagram that I did today? Any other questions? Let me know. because we're only going to be on here for about 5 to 10 more minutes. I don't want this video to be more than an hour. So talk to me, talk to me. What is the question? The apples are open, so let me refresh. And there are no new apples that have come in. The QR code right here will take you right to the Cash App so you can send it through to support the broadcast. Other reasons for living besides sex, other reasons for living that have nothing to do with women. Men are going to have to find meaning in their lives. And because of the way men regard life, living, etc., it seems as if, all right, somebody just scanned the QR code, which means somebody is going over there now. I appreciate that. I'll refresh in just a moment. Oh, 4 people scanned the QR code. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I can see the number at the top of the screen. I'll give you all a few moments to get that in. Imagine dating a wealthy woman. How does she find the right match for her? It really depends on the personality of the wealthy woman. Is she wanting a man who earns more money than her, as most women do? Or, I was actually listening to this show once, and in the show, there was a guy who was doing some statistics. He said that most women like dating men who earn more money than them. And when it comes to women who earn over $100,000, they're even more strict with only wanting to date men who are above them in education, status, and money, etc. So that is a question that is a real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. Kevin says purpose. Sex is everywhere. Exactly. And you know what? Men are going to have to find their purpose beyond women. Men are going to have to find their purpose beyond their relationship. Many men just really truly don't feel as if they have anything to live for. The sound changed. Hold on. How do I? Oh, here. Yeah. Sorry. There we go. There we go. That should be better. That should be better. I don't know what happened, but something happened. But yeah, so I forgot what it is that I was saying. We have about 5 more minutes for the broadcast, so ask me any last minute questions that you want to ask me, and then we'll go from there. There's a few apples that have come in. Patricia sends $5 for support. Rochelle sends $5, and Elia sends $2 for support. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting the broadcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, here. So this person has gone and got themselves blocked again. I knew that they were going to come back underneath one of their profiles that we recognize and get themselves blocked again, which is cool. So I blocked her profile. Um, they're like children that crave their mother and stomp their little feet when they can't get us. Ew. Yeah, listen, at this point, ladies, our solution is to acquire the services of a certified matchmaker. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, the matchmaker, you're going to need a matchmaker who can spread far and wide to be able to find you the person who is right for you. Just as there's a pastor content creator that would like to go on to several channels to talk, he might choose you, Tonya. Okay, he might choose me, but will I choose him? This doesn't make it. Why would he be coming onto my channel to talk about please? Any last minute questions, please? We've been on for 54 minutes. Last minute questions, put them through now so that I can answer them before we jump out of here. um Tanya, you're right. If we look at things logically, some expectations are reasonable for high earning women because a man who makes a lot of money would be no different. Um, how's my vacation going? It's going wonderfully. When am I coming back? I'm not sure. And that's also one of the differences that exists between people who have the flexibility to create their own schedule versus people who are tied into somebody else's schedule. You know, it's just very different. Last minute, come on. By convenient, I meant in a practical sense, by the way, like as in serving us. I don't really know what came before that. So let me check the apples one more time. And we have a few more minutes. So if you're going to send something through and you want it read on air, by all means, do that now. There's 438 people on the broadcast. If each person sent $1, it would more than support the broadcast. You can also scan the QR code after I'm off air and do it that way. Or you can do, let's see here, HTTPS. Well, that's not a colon forward slash www.cash.app/$ Tonya TKO. There we go. And so here it says, looking good, Tanya. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. So, last minute, women need men and men need women. Are you talking about for procreation? Because and Supreme says, Tanya, you have such a nasty attitude and disposition. Stop being. You can go ahead and stop being. I'm going to continue to be because I don't live for you or your. The thing is, go to be with the people who you like, the people who you like, their personality and stuff like that, their disposition. Go to them, right? Lunar says for the continuation of humanity. You know, women are the ones who give birth. Women create. Listen, men are damaged. Oh, let me not say damaged. Men are an altered X chromosome. The Y in the men's chromosome is an altered X. And so I have another channel, and on my other channel, there's a neuropsychologist that talks about women and how we created men to be able to deliver some genes to us. But before that, you know, we were recreating ourselves without males. So here, www.youtube.com/@ Tonya TKO clips. I should be putting some videos up on the channel soon. Tonya TKO clips. There we go. Men don't even take care of the babies. We have to do everything: carry, birth, nurture, and raise. There are some men who take care of their babies. So you got to find the men who are going to take care of the children, because who help take care of their children, because there are men who do help take care of their babies. And unfortunately, I feel we need to start setting a different expectation for men in relationships. And that means that we as women are going to have a different expectation in our relationships as well. Because once the duties become more egalitarian, then how does that affect, you know, the financial or monetary split in the relationships? In the relationships, I want you all to tell me, answer that. We've been on for 58 minutes, so ask any last minute stuff you want to. Kristen sends $5 and says, for love, thank you. Angela sends 222 and says, for your channel support. E. Thomas sends $5 and says, I love your show. Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Women need time apart from men to rediscover their divine spirituality. Our power lies within that realm. Some men do what their pathetic ass mammies allow them to do. You're so funny. I'm still laughing about Night Nurse, aka Kevin Samuels. Lord have mercy. Nyla says, did you say she has over 100 fake profiles on YouTube that she uses to troll? Why on earth would anybody be saying anything like that? You're untruthing on me. And so, here, let me get you. Welcome to the block party. I don't even discuss other content creators on my channel. And I think that there is space for all of the female content creators who are making content. There are people who want to hear many different messages. I can't speak the message for everyone, so everybody wants to hear something different. Psychedelic asked if I'm still working on the board game. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh my goodness. There's a duck walking outside. It's just eating grass. It's just walking past. Oh my. Men are fragile. They need to be needed. Oh. Bay said, Aaron, this would be a roast if anyone cared about. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what's going on. Jerome says most girls are birds. It's hard to get the right one. Well, there are some men who are like bird food. They attract birds because they are bird attractors. Jerome, I hate to break it to you, but you are most likely a bird attractor. You're most likely attracting birds because of where you're going, the energy in which you are going to these places, how you present yourself, who it is that you are naturally drawn to energetically. It's like listen, I've been traveling, I've been in the dirty South, I've been just out here. I've actually, for the first time in many years, gone to church and just looked around. The pulpits are filled with amazing women who are righteous and godly and are sitting there single because you are most likely in some bird's DM, calling them birds because you can't convert a bad girl into a good gal. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you have to look and see what you're putting out as bait. You can't put down squirrel food and then be upset that you're attracting squirrels. You have to look at who it is that you are. And male squirrels attract female squirrels. I can guarantee you, Jerome, that if I got you on the phone and talked to you, that I could hear some squawking coming from you, unfortunately. I could hear some squawking. That I could hear some coming from you, unfortunately. So because how much do you want to bet? It's like if you're grown and you're complaining about what it is that you're attracting, and this goes for women too. If you're grown and you're upset by what it is that you're attracting, you have to look and see what it is that you're putting down as bait. You know what I mean? You have to look and see what you're putting down as bait. And if you're not meeting quality partners, you really have to take a deep look inside. You really do. You have to take a deep look inside. I hate that YouTube allows people to just log into their other channels and just come online and just continue to just switch and switch and switch. It's embarrassing, honestly. It's embarrassing. So nonetheless, I appreciate you all coming out. I didn't want this video to be longer than an hour. So I'm going to allow you all to jump out of here and write in the comments how you feel about what it is that I've said. And then there are a few other things that we need to talk about. I'm most likely going to come back out tomorrow and make a video because there's a lot of videos that I need to catch up on. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video. And Jerome has come back out to say, I'm just saying, most girls are straight birds 100% for the streets. And I'm not saying me, I'm good. I'm a married. I'm just saying I see no marriage material, recreational use only. So what I see, nigga, listen, you see, you're irritating me because number mother effing one. What the fuck are you looking at women out there for? You need to be in your fucking house looking at your doggone wife. Why is your black ass in the streets looking at who's for the streets? Why are you analyzing women? Why doesn't your wife know any good women? If your wife is a good woman, you're an effing liar. Either you're not married or you're in the streets because you are for the streets. Simmer down, son. Something is the matter with you. Something is wrong with you. I mean, why is any married man talking about what most women are like out there? There's 330 million people in the United States. How many of them have you come into contact with? If you are traveling around in a circle where most of your male friends are not married, then there is something about you, because married men hang with married men. Why are you hanging around with men who are dating and then dating birds on top of that? Why is it that you are not in a circle of people where your wife knows people that she can introduce to your male friends? This is how it happens in real relationships, not in people who are lying online about who and how it is that they claim that they're living. Stop this madness. When you start talking about most people out there, you haven't even met most people, that lets me know where your head is at. Sit down. It's like something is the matter with you. And I'm telling you, I can guarantee that if I spoke to you, that there would be all types of dust and coagulated. You know how the vacuum cleaner bag looks when you go to pour it out? I can imagine that is what would be coming and escaping out of your throat as you speak. Stop this madness. It's ridiculous. It's like, how many of you all here think that man is is married? How many of you think that he's married? How many of you think that he's in a happy, healthy marriage? Now, for real. How many of you think he's lying and he's the one who's out here in the streets hiding behind some fake profile online, pretending as if he is quote unquote married? Married? Sir, we think not. Come on. This is ridiculous. Oh, gosh. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out and participating in this conversation. Thank you. Exactly. You all know what the situation is. You all know. Anyway, I appreciate all of you for coming out. You can leave comments below about how you felt about what it is that we talked about. I will see you all in the next video. Oh, we need to do the self-love lesson. What is the self-love lesson that we learned from today's video? Right? So go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? What's the self-love lesson from today's video? And for me, I would say that the self-love lesson is to really get to know yourself as a human being. Get to know what it is that you need as a woman, as a man. Are you going to feel comfortable not being able to rest, having to take care of everything? Does it make you feel good as a woman to be able to contribute your 50% and he contribute his 50%? Does that make you feel how it is that you need to feel? Right? And as a man, is it going to make you feel how you need to feel having her take care of the 50% or the 70% or however it goes? I want to know how you all look. So that's the self-love lesson for me. I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Peace. Type your SLL in what you learned self-love lesson today. Peace.